May I now invite Mr. V. Vaidyanathan, Managing Director and CEO of IDFC First Bank, for a special address for our audience. Mr. Vaidyanathan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a great pleasure being here with all of you today. And for all the winners of today's awards, very heartiest congratulations today. This context of this Startup Awards is particularly important in the current geopolitical context because, sometimes you feel that, a country which is maybe out of line with someone else who's providing the services, sometimes you do worry, can they cut off the services sitting back home in the US or in Europe? And then what happens to a country which has got really used to those services? And therefore, for our own country to develop solutions which can serve our country and can abide by the laws of this own country, I think it becomes really very important. And I do hope many of our startups provide those solutions. The other thing is that if you think of many of the global corporations, whether it's Google or Microsoft or Apple and the rest of the organizations, Facebook and all, they've all developed fantastic solutions in their respective countries, and they have, they are serving many other countries outside. And the people in the respective countries have got used to the services, and then all the billings from these countries, effectively the wealth is going back home. I do think that our own startups have a really terrific opportunity of creating such solutions can be sold outside the country, and then India also can start getting its own annuity income, like many of these large trillion-dollar global corporations have got. And it's a real possibility. I was talking to a couple of founders here on the sidelines of this discussion, and one of them are actually talking of going global, and I was very, very happy to see that, okay, like the Googles of the world, we can also get our annuity streams of income into our country, which makes our country and our citizens rich as well. The other big thing is that as many of us have realized over a period of time, India missed the Industrial Revolution and paid a big price for it in terms of staying poor for many years. And then in some ways, even the Internet Revolution. But certainly the new, when I say Internet Revolution, I mean the search and the social and the retail industry, which are all US based and serving India. But what I mean is that, hopefully the new ecosystem that's coming up in terms of, the metaverse and the Web 3.0 and the other big technologies, the next virtual technologies coming about, I'm really very, very keen that our country takes the lead and develops the necessary protocols, governance, technologies, entrepreneurship, user interface, talent, skill, and so on, to be able to master those skills and technologies so that we get the benefit of those emerging technologies. The last thing is about how the role of the government of India has been in creation of this large startup awards, and we could hear the ministers speak today. Frankly, it was very, very impressive to hear every of the ministers talk about the fact that they really love this ecosystem, they want to do everything to promote this ecosystem, and also the fact that India has gone about creating the biometric for all the people, a billion of them, and for having bank accounts and having mobiles, for having the UPI infrastructure. And really, this is a platform on which so many technology companies today and fintechs today and e-com delivery companies and all of them are actually creating value because payments have become so frictionless. So really, the role of the government in creating this ecosystem is a very powerful thing, which is often gone unnoticed because we focus on the end consumer. But I do think it's a very significant role the government has played in that. And of course, on top of that, all entrepreneurs have created lots of things on that, and payments and ecosystems and frictionless and UI and interface and journeys and all that. So basically, this is a big role the government has played, and because there is a base to it, and it's not just just by random or by choice, by chance. Therefore, it's a really good chance that on this hotbed of ecosystem created, we can really hope or rather believe that more and more unicorns will get created from our country. This 42 is hopefully just a start what we got last year. About our bank, since many of you may or may not know about our bank actually is a creation by a merger of two institutions. You know, in the mid-90s or so, there was IDFC, which is a very, really good brand and really stood for something, created a lot of infrastructure financing and projects in the country, really known very high for corporate governance and a really good institution, a solid institution. Even Government of India had a stake or has a stake. The other entity was Capital First, which has also got created through over the last 10 years. And really, we started with just a 94 crore rupee loan book, 94 crores in 2010. And, just the retail piece, as we speak today, what Capital First grew and what the bank is today, it's close to about 90,000 crores. So you can think that that sort of a growth has happened in the company like literally like 1,000 times, if that's not a mathematically so, but even otherwise on an annual basis, 25-30%. Now, we are financing close to about 500,000 loans every single month. And because now we're a bank, we're a AAA rated on the fixed deposit side and AA rated on a normal long-term financing basis, we're really known for corporate governance. So I think we are investing very, very important, very, very heavily on technology. So to all the startups present here, we want to say that we are investing in all the things about how the customer user interface is going to be, how the journeys are going to be, how the stack is going to be, how the core is going to be. So we're investing very heavily, very importantly in technology. We spend a lot of time thinking about it. We're building some really good stacks. And I do think that we started up now a startup banking proposition, which we believe that we are very, very, very tech focused. And I think that we will be in a position to really give good quality solutions to all the startups for banking. And as far as employees are concerned and customers are concerned, we have really come up with really fantastic propositions. We are one of the few banks in the country, probably the only universal bank providing monthly credit to customers and savings accounts monthly. It's not quarterly. We don't pinch your pocket by through fees, this side and that side and so on. So basically the short point is that we really built a really good quality bank. We think that we spent the last 2-3 years dealing with infrastructure and all that. But I think that's probably been the part of the news. But I think the next 4 or 5 years, you'll really begin to see what an amazing bank we're building. We are very, very happy with what we're building, and I hope all of you will experience the bank in the days to come. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure being a part of this Economic Times Startup Awards. And to all the winners who won today, a very, very hearty congratulations. Thank you very much.